Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to your class, and today we are discussing the remaining topics of biological method. Last day we have discussed about hypothesis formation and deduction. Before starting our next lecture, I have to take a review about the lecture that we discussed yesterday. So students, try to participate in your questioning section. Any students can tell me what are the two characteristics of a good hypothesis? Aisha, Kashif, tell me the answer.
It should be a general statement. It should be a tentative idea.
Okay. Define deduction.
Deduction are the logical consequences of hypothesis.
Okay. Students participated actively. Now students, let's begin our new discussion which is related to experimentation. Experimentation is a very important steps in biological method. In experimentation, biologists identify that whether their hypothesis is correct or incorrect. During experimentation, biologists make a two group. One is known as experimental group and another one is known as control group. During experimentation, biologists form two groups. One is known as experimental group and another one is known as control group. Experimental group is defined as those groups in which we have to identify what are the problem, and control group are a group in which we have to compare the result. I can elaborate it with the help of example. If you have to want what are the cause of corona, you have to do a experiment. हमने आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि कोरोना किस वजह से हो रहा है. हम इसको एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन के जरिए एलैबोरेट करेंगे. We have to make a two group. One is known as experimental group and another one is known as control group. Experimental group contains those persons that are infected with corona and control group contain those persons that are healthy. In this way we can say that experimental group contain coronal patient. जो भी कोरोना के पेशेंट होंगे वो एक्सपेरिमेंटल ग्रुप में आएंगे. They contain coronal patient and control group contain a healthy person. During experimentation, we have to compare their secretions. We have to find that all of the coronal patients have corona virus in their secretions, while healthy persons do not have a coronavirus in their body secretion. That's why we can say that corona is a disease that is produced due to कोरोना वायरस. हम लोगों ने दोनों ग्रुप्स को कंपेयर करना है. कोरोना पेशेंट की सिक्रीशंस को भी कंपेयर करेंगे और जो हेल्दी पर्सन है उनकी सिक्रीशंस को भी कंपेयर करेंगे. दोनों के दरमियान में डिफरेंस देखेंगे. जो हेल्दी पर्सन है उनके ब्लड के अंदर कोरोना वायरस नहीं होगा. जो कोरोनल पेशेंट होंगे उनके ब्लड के अंदर कोरोना वायरस होगा. दैट्स मीन वी कैन से दैट कोरोना वायरस इज द कॉज ऑफ corona. This is known as experimentation. I had made a hypothesis in yesterday lecture that coronavirus is the cause of malaria. Sorry, is the cause of corona. This is the hypothesis that I made in yesterday class. through experimentation, we have to decide it whether our hypothesis is correct or incorrect. The results of our experiment indicate that our hypothesis is correct. From experimentation, we can identify whether our hypothesis is incorrect or whether correct. If hypotheses are incorrect, then it is rejected, and if it is correct, then we can accept the hypothesis and use it in making further predictions. And on further prediction, there is further testing, and from further testing, it is indicated that hypothesis is authentic. In this way, we can say that from experimentation, it is indicated that whether our hypothesis is incorrect and correct. The hypothesis that we discussed here is proven to be correct because all the coronal patients have coronavirus in their body. So from this discussion, we taken as a hypothesis correct. If the hypothesis is correct, then it is accepted. Accepted hypotheses are used for further testing. This is known as experimentation. We can say that through experimentation, we can accept or rejected our hypothesis. The next step after experimentation is known as summarization of result. During these steps, the data from the experiments are collected. During summarization of the results, we have to collect the data from the experiments. The data which are collected are then averaged and compared statistically, and there are different type of statistical analysis are used that may be in the form of ratio and proportion. The last step is known as reporting of the results. This is very important step in biological method because during this step we have to publish our results. We have to publish our findings. We can publish our finding in journals, books, in scientific meetings, in different types of seminars that are held at schools, colleges, and universities. This is very essential phenomena. Through this phenomena, you have to publish your findings and other people can use your findings in solving a biological problem. In this way, we can say that the most critical step of biological method is reporting the results. Now we have to start the next topic, which is related to theory, law, and principle. I have already told you if hypotheses are proven to be correct, then it is accepted. When hypothesis is accepted, then it is often tested, and all the time if hypotheses are proven to be correct, never be rejected, then it become a theory. Theory is also a constant fact of nature. When theory formation occurs, many biologists take it as a challenge and exert a greater effort to disprove the theory. ये हर इंसान की नेचर है कि वो कोशिश करता है कि दूसरे के काम को गलत साबित कर सके. That's why biologists exert a greater effort to disprove the theory. But if a theory survives such a doubtful approach and continue to be supported by positive evidence, then it becomes a law or principle. Law or principle is a uniform and constant fact of nature. No scientist now can deny about the law. This is related to today's lectures. You have to learn it. If you have any problem, then you can ask me. I hope so. No students have any issue. So take care. Next lecture will be started tomorrow. You must have to learn your lesson properly. Allah Hafiz.